Hi there, I'm Kira. Thanks for joining me on my channel today. This is part 2 of a video series that I'm doing on the Minor Arcana. I've had a couple of people write to me asking me if I would have a look at the Minor Arcana now that I've finished the Major Arcana. So this is the wands, and I'm breaking them down into separate parts so they're not too long, because of course there's so much information, and I think every time you look at the cards you're going to even yourself go, wow, there's even more that I can intuitively interpret from the card. But this is the second part. If you haven't, check out part 1, which is the introductory to the wands in general as a suit. So the wands is the suit about fire, passion, energy, will to succeed, confidence, you know, your energy that you engage in when you're working on things like competition and creativity, and you know, it's that element of fire, you know. And think about fire. Think about when there's a spark, when there's a fire around, the potential of that. You know, where can it go? Particularly if you add a little wind to it. So, you know, as I think of the wands, you know, of course, I've put the ace. I've decided to look at the first 4. So we've got the ace with the 2, the 3, and the 4. And remember, the ace is, in many ways, could sit at the beginning of the suit or at the end of the suit, because like all energy, there is a flow to it, and when nothing really ends, it just sort of comes back around with a new sense of purpose and meaning. So this Ace of Wands, you know, whenever I see it in a reading, I think it's the message is go for it. It's there's the spark, there's the indication that you've got the energy and the enthusiasm and the confidence, that sort of dynamic power or force of will to take action. This is an action card. So if you see it in a reading, you know, yes, where does it fall in the reading, and which position is it falling in, depending on how you do your layout, will also add an element of information. But in general, you're just going to say to yourself, use this creative energy and passion to go for it, to do something. There's something that has come up in your life, an opportunity, and this card is saying that grace, the universe, spirit, your higher self, whatever you might think of in terms of this gift of coming in, has brought this, you know, this wonderful wand to you that is vibrant. It's got these wonderful yods around it. It's got, you know, and it's showing it's come into your life for as a creative force of opportunity. You know, but definitely it's act. It's time to act. This is a card that says don't hold back. You know, this is time to take action. This is the breakthrough moment that you've been wanting and waiting for. So draw upon your imagination and your dreams, and pay attention to what is the seed. Where is the seed coming up in my life? And like every seed, then you've got to water it. You've got to give it nourishment. You've got to want the seed to grow. You know, seeds have potential, but they need to be watered and nourished and provided with the resources that they need. So here you've been told, you've been given this boundless energy, this inspiration or this initiative to do something, this gift of a moment, of a breakthrough, and now you've got to make something of it. You know, you've got to make it into something solid and sustainable. So that's where what the ace is wanting to say. So the 2 of Wands. So have a look here. You've got this figure. You've got 2 wands in the picture here. This figure is holding one wand. They've also got this ball of, you could say, the world or of opportunity. And they're looking out over the horizon. So this card is sort of saying, okay, so you've got all this energy. You've got the spark that's come from this ace. And now you're moving forward into the planning phase or the processing phase of your idea. And like any idea, there needs to be some structure, some planning. You might find there's some decision making. You might find there's pros and cons, or you might sort of realize there's 2 possible ways I could do this. And so this is about taking your idea and turning it into a feasible plan, you know, and so you will know then how to sort of where to go with it. You know, the 2 of Wands is around that discovery phase of a new project or a new idea or a new concept. But it's also indicating that you may need to step outside your comfort zone. So hence, they're looking out over the horizon. So this new thing that's come in, this new passion, desire, you know, you may actually be doing things a little different than you've done before. So remember that it may not exactly look like the way you've undertaken every project in the past in this particular area of your life. Again, where does it fall in the reading? Also, when you see the Two of Wands, think about what are my long-term goals and future, what is my planning that I need to put in place, what planning have I already put in place, what is my approach to be. It's those sort of practical, fundamental energy around a new project, new idea to get it off the ground and get it moving. I also think that this card can show that you might need a little bit of patience and a little bit of focus in terms of understanding your intent and what you need to get the ball rolling. So here was sort of take action, move, start the process. Here it is now sort of putting all the pieces together before you move into the phase where you actually really leap forward. So we're here, you've got the Three of Wands, indicates your plans are now well underway from the Two of Wands. They're now well underway, and you're sort of standing at that road or that horizon, and you're starting to consider what you might do to actually make it expand even further. So, for example, if this is in a business workplace, it could be that you've implemented a new idea, you've, collected the data, then you've done a bit of a feasibility study, you did the planning, you got it implemented, so forth. We had some success, you had some outcome, and then you did a bit of a review to see, well, did it work and what worked, and what might I do now to sort of go to the next level. So the Three of Wands is sort of like you've had some success and you've really made some ground, but now you're looking at what might I consider for this opportunity to expand further, and where might that take me. And so this indicates this Three of Wands opportunities to expand your horizon. So it could be that you need to travel, or you need to go somewhere, you need to engage people outside your immediate sphere. You might find that there's some new opportunities that sit out on the horizon if you just look for them, that you might find that you need to sort of rethink, reopen your mind. You've done sort of reevaluate what you've done, but now you might need to sort of expand a little bit, sort of think a little bit bigger than how you originally started, because you've got the runs on the boards and you've got the successes, and now it's sort of like, what's the next step? You might need to sort of embrace some changes or adopt some new long-term thinking that in the beginning you sort of started out as first phase, first step, and now it's time to go to the next step. So this is this vision and foresight to looking into greater possibilities into the area of your life that you're looking at. It also can indicate that this Three of Wands, when I see it, because remember it's the three, it's the wonderful triad of the three, could also indicate that maybe if this is a workplace thing again, or a business thing, you've sent out for some input or some a project, or you've put in a tender and you're going to get some information back at that. So again, what kind of question is the person asked, and where does this fall in the reading will help you know what this is talking about. But when you see this Three of Wands, just think in terms of those general things around expansion, answers coming back, wonderful communication is flowing back and forward, you've got runs on the board, you've got successes, you are feeling really open and honest and avail. You need to be, and if you're not, you need to be, but if you are, a lot of positive things are going to come if you're open and honest and have that sort of clarity of communication and you're sort of thinking broadly. Okay, so now we're coming to the Four of Wands. Moving on, remember in the tarot, this is sort of a story. The energy is a story of this process of when this energy moves and evolves, what sort of situations does it influence. So here we've come to the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is about, it's definitely made a milestone. It's time to sort of acknowledge that and have a bit of a celebration. So this indicates it's good times are at hand. You're feeling really harmonious about your home or your environment. You might receive some really good news about home or environment. It's a four. It's about stability. It's about foundation. So I kind of think that in this one here, and when you look at it, this is sort of like the first major foundation or success. It is it sort of indicates, and sometimes people get stuck here, but you'll know that as we go on, the energy will push you to move forward. But some people find that they sort of get here and go, oh, cool, I'm really happy with that, so I'll stay where I am. So again, when a reading, depending on what the person's asking you, why are they asking you the question, and where does it fall, when you see this Four of Wands, that'll help you indicate how you might follow through with that. But you know, the Four of Wands is a very positive card, or all cards are very positive, but it's positive in the sense that there has definitely been an accomplishment made and an acknowledgement of that, and so there's a bit of a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment. You know, it's a perfect time, therefore, maybe to have a bit of a gathering. Maybe, you might find people have this card come up when they come to an end of a project and they decide to have a bit of a gathering, a bit of a celebration. This also, it's a sort of a reflects sort of a holiday period, family coming together. It might be, this card may show up as someone, maybe might announce a wedding or an engagement, birth of a child or something of that nature. This is when this card might appear. But this card, the Four of Wands, is definitely associated very much because it is about energy and passion. You're going to find it is very much about the home environment, and the importance of that and what has been achieved and accomplished. And if you look at the card, it's a very happy card. Definitely they're having a bit of a celebration, and there's this wonderful home around them, and they've got their wreath. So it's indicating it's a card where you're going to feel a lot of peace and harmony and tranquility, a sense of accomplishment before you move forward then into the Five of Wands. So I'll do that on the next video. So thanks very much. I hope you find that useful. Please let me know if you do. Please share, like, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Thanks very much. Have a great day. Bye.